Welcome to this custom-built luxury home on the eastern side of Edmond that just so happens to be my newest listing. In this video, we're going to be touring this luxury home located just a couple of miles from I-35, which means that you are conveniently located to tons of restaurants and shopping. Also, like I mentioned, conveniently located to I-35. So if you work in Oklahoma City or just like to go into the city, you have quick access to do so. This home is built by Shiloh Homes, who I have recently started representing as his selling agent. And I can say that his homes are beautifully designed, beautifully built, and honestly, some of my favorite homes in Edmond. If you have seen my channel before, many of the home tours I have done before are from his homes before I started actually selling for him. But now I am honored to be able to be selling his homes as well. My name is Kinsley Hauser, and I am a local realtor right here in Edmond, Oklahoma and its surrounding areas. I love getting to help people every single day and helping them move to or in or around Edmond. I've helped people move from as far west as California, as far east as Massachusetts, and as far north as Alaska. And if you fall anywhere in between or outside of that, I would love to help you too. You can find all the ways for how to reach me in the description box below. This home is listed just under 1.2 million, located in the beautiful neighborhood of Cottage Grove. This home actually just won 5 different awards in the spring 2026 Parade of Homes. So I'm sure you want to see it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this home tour. So when you come in the front door of this house, you have this nice size foyer right here, and off to the right, you have your home office. I love this office the way that it is separated by these double glass doors, which lets in lots of natural light, but also gives the privacy of shutting the room off. And then of course, I think my favorite part is the floor to ceiling wallpaper with a beautiful crown molding at the top, and then these built-ins that really add so much storage, but also a nice focal piece as well. And then Shiloh Homes, the builder, one thing that he does so well is adds in huge, beautiful windows, which lets in so much natural light. This office is very cozy, but I love that the way the wallpaper is, there was a lot of intentionality behind the specific wallpaper, because in the builder's opinion and my opinion, it's not too masculine, it's not too feminine, it's a really good neutral. So this could be a man or woman's office, and I think it really is functional where it's located in the home as well. And then also as you walk in, if you look to the left, you have a beautiful staircase, which he actually left open, and a huge, beautiful window in the front. This lets in a lot of natural light, but also gives a really fun space for so many things. The builder put in 2 plugs on both sides of the windows. So if you wanted to plug in decorations during the holidays, throughout the seasons, you could plug in little Christmas trees, or you could plug in things for the 4th of July. Or if you just wanted to build a gate and put your dogs back there. There's so many possibilities with this space, and I love the way he left it open. And then you do have this beautiful staircase, which is a focal piece in and of itself with this very high-end carpet, again, making it a focal piece in and of itself. And then as we turn it around, you have a big open room with a flow of kitchen, dining, and then living. And as you can see behind me, the focal piece of this whole room are the huge windows, which overlooks into the backyard. Back behind this is actually another established neighborhood with homes on 5-acre lots. And so those trees that you see behind me, chances are those are not going anywhere. It's not like that is just a piece of land that can be bought out by a developer to build more homes right behind it, because it's already been built out. And so those trees add a lot of privacy, and as far as I can tell, will never go anywhere. The only reason they would really be torn down is if whoever owns that lot wants to tear them down. But the way I see it, we wouldn't want those trees to go anywhere. I doubt they do either. And so you have that beautiful wall of trees adding so much greenery, and it really looks like just picture frames because of how beautiful it is behind. So from this flow, you have your living room, which is a wide open space. You have dining in the middle, which when I first saw this type of design a few years ago with the dining being in the middle, I wasn't quite sure what I thought about it, but the more I see it, the more I think it just flows so well. And if done right, which I think this one is, it adds so much functionality and really coziness to the home, because it's open, yet it also just works. And I don't know how to explain it, but something about it works. And I think especially in this space, the space is big enough to where you don't feel crammed. And so from that dining space, you go right into this beautiful kitchen. In the Parade of Homes, I was here for the whole time pretty much, and so many people commented on the cabinets. Another well-known, respected builder in the area came in and said, these are the best cabinets in the entire Parade because of the attention to the detail, because these cabinets are actually a custom stain blend. And so the builder took a somewhat unconventional wood and chose a stain and blended it with another to really get the color he wanted. And I really think it paid off. The countertops, the stain, this Venetian plaster over the vent hood, it all comes together to make such a beautiful and welcoming and inviting kitchen. One thing I think that describes this home is a cozy, comfortable. It is a luxury, high-end home. However, it is very comfortable to be in, but it's very cozy. It doesn't feel too stark. It doesn't feel so big that it loses its coziness and its hominess, and that's one thing I love. So in this kitchen, you have two really unique features. So right off the left side of the kitchen, you have a butler's pantry. And so this butler's pantry houses open shelving, cabinetry, your microwave, and it also has plugs all along the countertop. So this can easily be somewhere you store your air fryer, your crock pots, things that you may not want out on display in your kitchen. And another way I like to look at this space is when you're making something in the crock pot, inevitably it seems like your whole house ends up smelling like whatever's in the crock pot, and I personally do not like that. So I love how this butler's pantry is separated off by doors. You can put your crock pot in there, close the doors, cook whatever you're cooking, and keep that smell from really wafting throughout the rest of the home. And so you have this really nice butler's pantry. You've got this built-in here with a plate rack. You've got a good mix of closed cabinetry and open cabinetry. And you can see the way it was staged, I think really goes to show that you can store your dishes in here. You have a beautiful range here in the middle of the kitchen with 7 burners and then this double oven system and a beautiful luxury piece. And then of course, the huge refrigerator that is actually a counter depth. And so I love counter depth fridges. I think they add so much more usable space within the refrigerator. And then back behind that, I want to show you is what I call the pass-through pantry. So as you come through here, you have what I call again is the pass-through pantry. And before we go in here, you actually have these cabinets here, which some homes do not have traditional pantries. They just have this sort of pantry. And this could be a great cabinet for pantry space. If you have those maybe foods you go to more often, you could easily put them here. But this pass-through pantry I love because you've got this cabinet here, which has adjustable shelving. And so if you wanted to take out the shelving, make that a broom closet, you easily could. You've got a good mix of cabinetry and glass cabinetry, and honestly just a good place to store different items. But I also love this idea of this could be during Thanksgiving, like your pie bar, so you put all your pies out. This could easily be just a bar where you have your drinks and your glasses, and a beautiful place to store all of those things. And so as we pass through the pass-through pantry, you do have your master, your laundry, the cutest half bath, and with a very fun wallpaper. But I actually want to save it for last because I want you to see that master and some of the attention to detail within that master. But there's a lot of house to see, and so we're going to save that for last. We're going to turn it around and take a look at the rest of the house. So one thing you may have noticed about the front of the house is you actually have two car garages. So total, this is a 4-car garage, and you have 2 entrances from those garages. So off of the living room, you have the first entrance, which has a little drop zone, which is nice. This hallway from the garage, and then you actually have an ensuite bed and bath here. So this is not the master, this is just an extra bedroom with an ensuite bath, a little built-in desk, which was, I think, just anytime a builder adds in little details like that, they don't have to, but they do, and it adds so much to a room and makes it really functional for whoever is living here. And so this ensuite, you'll notice the tile in the bath, it has a glass shower, the tile goes all the way up to the ceiling. I think just a really nice touch, because again, that's one of those things builders don't have to do, but it adds so much to that shower when you do it. And so here we have an ensuite bath, and now I actually want to take us and go upstairs. Upstairs has my favorite room in the entire house, so let's go ahead and take a look. Now that we're upstairs, like I mentioned, this staircase in and of itself is a focal point, and so as you come up the stairs, you have this beautiful just wall of windows, this beautiful chandelier, and that's one thing I love about this house is there is so much natural light, but because of the trees in the back, because of the staircase, there is a lot of privacy in the home. The staircase really helps block the view into the home. And again, the trees in the back add so much privacy. So I just love that there's so much natural light, yet so much privacy. So as you come up the stairs, you have this hallway. To the left, you have bonus room number 1. And to me, this would be a great game room. You could easily add like a card table where they have this somewhat dining room table. You could turn the couch and maybe make this also a good movie room. And I think you just have so many options with this bonus room. You have a closet, which is great for storing games and things like that. And so such a great bonus room. And then as you come out of that and go down the hallway, my favorite room is actually what I call the ballroom. And so here we are in the ballroom. This room is so impressive in my opinion. This room was not actually in the plans. It was gonna be attic space, but when the builder saw it and saw that he could do this room, he decided to go ahead and add it. His initial thoughts for it were that it would be a theater room, but because of the beautiful windows, I just think there's so much you could do with this. Yes, you can make it a theater room, but I actually came up with some ideas for what you could do as far as a homeschool room, a home gym, a home library, and you'll see the cathedral ceilings, the chandeliers. Everything about this room just screams luxury, and you can even tell from the echo of my voice that this room is very large, very open, and you would have no idea looking out of the back from those trees that you are in a neighborhood. Again, this is my favorite room. So now let's go and take a look at the other bedrooms upstairs. So coming out of that room, we come down this hallway. You'll see you have a long hallway here with some built-ins, which is great. This could easily be linens or games or just so many things you could put here. There's some plugs, you have some sconces. This home has so many sconces in it, but through this hallway, you have 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. So this bathroom also has that tile in the shower all the way up to the ceiling, and actually on the ceiling, it has a glass door, which adds just a level of luxury to it. And then you also have a door that leads into your attic for easy attic access, which also gives a little bit of additional storage. So you have 2 nice size rooms up here, that nice bathroom that would be shared, and that really completes what is upstairs. And so now that we've seen everything else in the house, I wanna go downstairs and take a look at the master and that additional half bath. Okay, so as you come here in the master, you can see you have a very large open room. These ceilings all the way to the top go up to 12 foot. And that's one thing that is really unique about this home. It is a 2-story home, but in the main living area, your ceilings go up to 12 foot. That is, I would say, not super common on a 2-story home. Typically, you're gonna see shorter ceilings, but in this house, he went ahead all the way to 12 foot, which adds so much elegance to it. But then again, this master suite is so large. You have the hardwood floors continuing throughout this space, and you can see there's a big bed, 2 big nightstands, plenty of space. And one thing I love is the way he cased out these windows. So he actually cased them out, but then he did a wood stain on the inside, which really gives it that picture frame look to it. Really makes that outside look even more beautiful than it already is. Beautiful crown molding at the top, and it leads right into your master bath. So as you come into this master bath, you have 2 different vanities, a his and hers. You have a large soaking tub, and you do have this shower glass with 2 different shower heads. You can see that this has 2 windows in it, which lets in so much natural light, and they also frosted the glass. Personally, I think the bathroom, if it's got a frosted glass, is just a nice little touch. Yes, the clear glass is pretty, but when there's a house right next to you, it just kind of throws it off. And so I love the frosted glass here. You have a separate private room of the toilet, and it also leads straight into your master closet, which then leads into your laundry room. So this closet, you will notice that the rods are not yet installed, but they will be, and actually the top layer of these are going to have the rods that you can physically pull down. And so all of the space in this closet is going to be very usable. Sometimes you have those top racks that you're not easily able to get to. So you can store off-season clothes, but then it's kind of a pain to move it down. This way you have the rod, you can easily pull it down and get it back up. And so then, like I mentioned, you have the closet, which then goes into the laundry. So here in the laundry, you have a sink with a nice countertop. You've got cabinets beneath, cabinets above, so much storage, a shelf, and you'll just see that you have really a good amount of room in here. The tile in here is very unique, it's very fun, and I love these windows in the back. One, because it lets in a lot of natural light, but also the way in which they are framed out. They're just really pretty windows, and I think it adds an elegance to the laundry room. And so out of this laundry room, we have the other entrance from our other garage. And so you can see from this entrance, you have a built-in desk, you have another drop zone. This is gonna be a little bit more detailed. It's gonna have a little more than our other entrance. I would say this is more of like the main entrance into the home because it does have this built-in desk, but a nice countertop. You've got this for mail, more cabinets, and you have a light underneath, which just adds a level of elegance to it. And so from this, we basically just made a big circle. We went into the master, through the bath, through the closet, through the laundry, right here into the entrance. And so we have a little half bath here, and then we'll take it back through, go see the main living area again, and take a peek outside. So like I mentioned, here in this half bath, you have so much going on. You have this beautiful mural wallpaper that really just makes it memorable and makes it stand out. And it has this beautiful countertop that pulls in the colors so well. this fun tile, and then somewhat of a floating cabinet. It's not truly a floating cabinet because there is a piece beneath it, but it gives that same appearance of it. You've got this built-in up here as well. And so for a half bath, this is one of my favorite rooms in the house. I love the mural wallpaper. I love the countertops. I think it came together so well. Even the light fixtures in this are so fun. I had my son with me here a couple weeks ago, and he walks in and he's 16 months. So he's really into balls and cars and things like that. And so he saw this light fixture and he just points at it and goes, "Da ball," because that's what he says. And it was so cute. So now let's go ahead, head back to the living and take a look outside. I wanted to show you this view because it really shows how long the room is and how good the flow is from one space to the next. But then also in that back corner, you can see the double doors leading out into the patio. That's one thing that's a little bit unique about this home is your patio is actually off to the side. It's not in the back. The builder did this because of lot lines and needing to be so far from the back of the lot, but I also think it's great because now you have a beautiful, clear view right into the backyard. It's not jumbled by patio furniture and grills and things like that. It really has an elegant look as you come into the home. And so you can see you have a nice sized patio. This yard is not huge, but it actually is large enough for a pool if you wanted to put a pool in here. And again, you have so much privacy because of those trees in the back. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful and that you got a great idea of what 1.2 million can get you in East Edmond. If you are interested in this home, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you with that purchase. And maybe this isn't the house for you, but you are still thinking of moving. I would love to connect with you, sit down for a meeting, talk about what that move might look like. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe so that you see all that's going on in Edmond, and I will catch you guys in my next one.